In this video, I'll be solving the limit as x approaches 2 of this rational function. The first thing to notice is that the numerator has 3 terms, with 2 of them being radicals. Also, if I plug in x equals 2, I get 0 over 0. So in this case, I want to multiply by the conjugate. I'm going to multiply by the conjugate of the numerator, which will be the same terms, except the signs will be opposite for 2 of them, and 1 of them will be the same. So square root of x plus 2 will have the same sign, but then the square root of 2x plus 5 and 1 will be opposite. So I'm going to multiply that top and bottom, and the numerator is going to become negative 4 minus x plus 2 times the square root of 2x plus 5. The denominator, I'm going to simplify x squared minus 2x as x times x minus 2. Now we see that x minus 2 is clearly the problem. If I plug in 2, I get 0. So I'm going to break this limit out into 2 separate limits. One of them is going to involve the denominator of x and square root of x plus 2 plus square root 2x plus 5 minus 1, and the other limit will involve the rest. For the second limit, the reason I'm going to have that numerator is because I'm going to somehow use that to simplify the denominator. But now if we look at the first limit, I can plug in 2 to get 1/8. And then I'm going to multiply that by the second limit. Now let's fix this limit. If I plug in 2 now, I get 0 over 0. So I'm going to multiply by another conjugate, which will be 4 plus x plus 2 times the square root of 2x plus 5. When I simplify the numerator, I get 4 minus x squared, and the denominator, I leave it in factored form. This is good because now I can factor out the 4 minus x squared as 2 minus x times 2 plus x. And you can see that the 2 minus x and x minus 2 factors are opposites. The 2's have opposite signs, and so do the x's. So I can cancel them out and leave a negative on the top, and so it'll be negative times the quantity 2 plus x over 4 plus x plus 2 times the square root of 2x plus 5. I can plug in x equals 2 in my limit and get negative 1/3, and multiply that by 1/8 to get negative 1 over 24. That is my final answer.